Alert. Data records discovered for units Devila and Popula. Do you wish to open this data now? Open it now. A dusty wind kisses my cheeks. Buried in sand, we press forward one step at a time. We have nowhere else to go, after all. Because our models, the Devila and Popula models, are defective. Record. Transitions in the project's initial phase. When we first woke, there were still people. They had flesh, egos, soul, emotions, souls. They issued us a single order. Function as observers of Project Gestalt. This is the sole mission of the twin Devila and Popula models. It's the only reason we exist at all. We were the latest model, though many companions shared our appearance. There is a sparkle in all of our eyes, a sense of pride at having been entrusted with humanity's future. Can't read. And yes, there was anxiety as well. But we existed as a pair. We shared destiny's burden as a pair. And because of that, all hesitation was swept away. Each pair was given their own cities as observation areas. We were ordered to guide the replicants with our own hands, all for the sake of the promised time that would one day arrive. We were the only ones who could handle such a duty. We were observers, after all. Ah! Watch out! Devila staggers and falls on the soft yet unforgiving sand. I hurry to her side and sigh with relief when I find out she's not seriously hurt. Are you alright? Sorry, sis. I guess I spaced out there for a bit. She smiles, the same wry smile I know so well, as she rubs absently at her leg. It is wrapped in a white bandage. Your bandage is coming undone. Here, let me change it. It's alright, Popula. Come on, we have to go before we lose the light. We won't be going anywhere if sand gets into that thing. Now quit whining and hold still. I'll be quick. Devila grunts and turns away. I take it as consent. Soon we are resting in the shade of a nearby rock as I pull the bandage free. Artificial skin, torn and bloodied, peeks out from beneath the bandage. Judging by Devil's current lack of ambulatory control, I imagine the circuitry beneath has been damaged as well. Taking a deep breath, I check the circuitry to see if it can be repaired or replace the bandage and hope for the best. Let's check the circuitry. As expected, wiring in the nerve circuitry has been damaged. Replacing it will require new connectors, as well as some tools. None of which is easy to find in a desert. Sorry about this, sis, mutters Devila. That wry smile again. It kills me every time. Don't you dare apologize, I respond. You've done nothing wrong. I calmly change the bandage, trying not to let my worry show. Make it as tight as possible so no sand can slip inside. It's all I can do until I get the proper materials. But that's going to be a tall order considering our situation, or its current condition. I'm sorry, sister. Okay, now you're apologizing. We both apologize while insisting the other's apology isn't necessary. We both apologize while... it's kind of funny in a way, such a trivial exchange under such circumstances. We laughed together, sound echoing across the desert before being stolen by the cool evening wind. Report regarding the increase in relapses. There has to be some way to prevent relapses. Devil's sharp voice echoes through our private quarters. You must be quiet, sister. The replicants will hear. They wouldn't understand even if they did. That might be true, but regardless. Annoyed at my hesitation, Devil crosses her legs and scowls. The black scroll took another victim, she says. It's 3 this month, spreading way too fast. Let's wait and see what happens. I'm tired of hearing you say that. Her shout makes me jump, just a little, but enough for her to notice. Seeing that, her eyes suddenly open wide. I'm sorry, sis. It's not your fault. I shouldn't have lashed out like that. It's okay, I understand. It's all going wrong. You can feel it too, right? I've... When I was first assigned to Project Gestalt, I was over the moon with pride. But now my chest hurts just to think about it, if we were to fail. Before we knew it, the replicants had gained a sense of self, and the black scrawl began raging out of control. It moved fast. So fast. Like a wind. Pablo and I would go to the observation room and act like it was all okay. We talked to the replicants as if they didn't have a care in the world. But at night, we just hold each other and share the horror of it all. I'm glad you are here with me, murmurs Pablo. I couldn't have handled being an observer all alone. We were able to endure because we had each other, I reply softly. Did the humans see this coming? Is that why they made a twin model? Were they really so clever? Were they really so cruel? I couldn't have done this by myself. I would have descended into madness. I simply couldn't bear such a burden all alone. When I get the chance, I'm going to try to contacting another city, she says. Maybe these abnormalities are a localized phenomenon. I pray that's the case, I reply. Even if we're no use to ourselves, things will still work out if the other observers can pull through. Don't worry, it's going to be okay. But it wasn't okay. Nothing was okay. All thanks to a pair of Devila and Popla models from another town. The wind rubs my cheeks. The sand grazes my skin. It's grown cold out there. We walk with a renewed purpose, hoping to make up for lost time. Devila loses her balance every now and then. It gets bad after a while. I slip myself under her arm so she won't fall again, and we press on. Is your leg alright? Well, I doubt I'll be dancing anytime soon, but yeah, it's fun. She smiles as she says this, but I can tell she doesn't have much left. And yet, she continues to smile. Also, I don't worry. I remember when our resistance allies injured her leg. I was furious, beyond fury. I I wanted to scream and cry and lose myself in it. But then she smiled, and all of that rage just drifted away. To think we have the same face, yet such different smiles. One day, I realized how she reminded me of the martyrs that I'd seen in old records. That was the day we decided to leave our town forever. Record of Project Gestalt's end. Our role as observers ended the day Project Gestalt collapsed, all due to the actions of a Devila and Popula models from another town. With the original Gestalt lost, humanity was doomed to an inevitable extinction. Knowing this, we gathered what remaining replicant data we could find and launched it to the surface of the moon. And though success was unlikely as finding a lost grain of sand in the desert, we still had to attempt it. We still had to try. We were androids, you see. Protecting humanity was our instinct. Other androids, beholden to the same instincts, began to direct their hate at the Devila and Popula models who'd snuffed out humanity. It started small. A few offhand remarks, the occasional glance. But even with the smallest of things have weights, and with enough of them combined, that weight eventually became a boulder. Emotions boiled over, remarks became jeers, and soon enough, my sister and I were the perfect targets for persecution. At first, we simply accepted the fact our friends turned on us. It was almost unavoidable, I suppose. We were observers for Project Gestalt, after all. And while we didn't cause it to fail, the people who did, well, they looked just like us. So we accepted it. We took the resentment and scorn. We endured. Because as crazy as it sounds, I think we actually felt responsible. We moved from town to town in an effort to avoid persecution. But in one such town, my seemingly infinite patience finally broke. My sister, Devila, met with unprovoked violence at the hands of a resistance member. She said something in response to his taunts. Something quiet. And though her words were ambiguous, he slashed her leg nearly in two. My vision narrowed. Everything went red. And then she smiled at me. It's okay, sis. There's nothing we can do. But it was too late. My emotions were no longer in my control. I'm simply not strong enough to stand aside and let the most important person in the world come to harm. Devil and I left town that same day. Violence like that wouldn't stop. It was going to happen again. And it wouldn't be coming from just one person. So rather than let them kill us, we ran. I guess it was the greatest resistance I could muster. We lose the sun as dark clouds gather overhead. We continue our march. A cold wind blasts us, stealing what little body heat we have left. I smell rain in the air. We continue our march. Sometimes we hear animals howling in the distance. It makes us flinch every time. But we continue our march, because even this is better than suffering at the hands of our fellow androids. Why must we suffer this persecution? I know we're part of this. We're the same models as the androids who doomed humanity, so I understand that part. At least a little, anyway. But at the same time, we're not them. We're not the same. We are who we are, and that devil on Popula who they were. That's how I felt when I saw Devil being hurt. I wanted to shout at everyone. I wanted to scream. As far as I'm concerned, there's only one Devila. And for her, there's only me. No one can take the other's place. Rain falls from the sky. It stimulates our sensation nerves like cold needles. We need maintenance badly. That's a pipe dream, I suppose. No androids would dare help out a pair of outcasts like us. Are you cold, Devila? I'm alright as long as you're with me, sis. I feel the same. We press our bodies together to try to retain heat. It's cold now, much worse than the searing heat of midday. But we just smile at each other and keep pressing on. There's another camp on the other side of the desert. New camp. If we can just get there, I can finally fix Devila's leg. And yet, I wonder if there's anywhere else on this planet that'll take us. Hey, what's wrong? It's nothing. Don't worry about it. I do what I can to suppress the anxiety in my chest and keep walking. The rain grows worse. It lashes at us without pause. Is this our punishment? I reach out and touch Devola's cheek or support her body. Touch her cheek. Touch her cheek. The rain flows down her cheeks like tears. I reach over and gently wipe it away. She smiles, but seems surprised. There's no point in doing that, you know, she whispers. But there is. Because I swore to myself that I would stay with her forever. But that is the fates. We trained androids have been assigned. The failure to manage the area resulted in the collapse of the Gestalt system. Which led to the decimation of the human race. Due to the discovery of its instability, the twin system was removed from future Android production designs. Following the incident, the Devola and Popula models were not dismantled. However, in order to prevent further unexpected behavior, they underwent a memory wipe. Furthermore, they were reprogrammed to generate constant feelings of guilt.
That is all that remains from their personal record during the era in which they were referred to as administrators.
I see.
Query: why do the androids Devola and Popola seem to prefer death over surviving alone? There was a very high probability that at least one could have escaped.
I hope you never have to understand.
Affirmative. Query: why does this tower possess an entrance at all? All material transport takes place via aerial vehicles. It is irrational for an infiltration route to be so easily accessible. Hypothesis: entrance is a trap.
Saving possible. We're definitely saving. Big boy save. Doing 2 big boy saves.
I don't care. I just have to kill them all.
It's like the perfect city that Adam made.
Corrupted Yorha units.
more corrupted units?
Hello, and thank you for choosing Tower System Services. We're so pleased you've chosen to visit the tower today. Don't forget about the special prize for the guest who unlocks the last subunit in the room just ahead. You're going to love it.
I'm gonna kill you.
Oh boy, 3D platforming.
Two B models? I'm glad I got to see you here. I truly am. I'll tear you apart. Every last one of you! To me! Don't worry, I'm going to kill you now!
Alert. Enemies det-
Alert. The structure known as the tower has opened its gate.
Let's check it out. A2, right? We went ahead and opened the tower. 9S is already inside. I see. A2, we... 9... I see. Say... Did we manage to help? You did.
Okay, awesome.
I see. This is a Yorha corpse.
Hypothesis. The corpse is likely a result of Yorha Unit 9S's advance through the area.
Let's go.
Saving. Big boy save. Number 2. Big boy save. Oh,
What's the purpose of this structure?
Unknown. Proposal. Gather additional data.
Someday I need to teach you how to be helpful.
floor collapsed from the explosion. If this isn't fucking Adam's design, then what the hell is this?
What's up with this place?
Hypothesis. It is a representation of a library.
What's that?
A library is a data storage facility constructed by past human civilizations.
I suppose we have to hack in to look at the data, yeah? Help me out, Pod.
Affirmative. Hacking interface access rights granted to Yorha Unit A2.
Peachy.
Oh, good lord. Okay, I had to go all the way around. Library index. Atom unit storage record, EV unit storage record, Yorha communications record, Yorha server record, human server establishment record, human heritage preservation record, tower subsystem summaries, tower subsystem summary, special units creation record, plant species preservation record, animal species preservation record. Jesus.
This tower looks like a data gathering system for the machines.
Not allowed to go that way yet, apparently. I can only imagine I have to destroy these special ones that are in the corner here. Human server records. Outline. Predicted human server infiltration route. Dummy protection installation map. SG block. GI block. SF block. Genetic storage warehouse location information. Browsing restricted 3 times.
These records are from the human server on the moon. The machines hacked that deep into the system, huh?
Continuing chronic renal failure. Convulsive seizures in the diaphragm. No vomiting. 4 milligrams luciferase. Oh. Didn't read the top of that. Class 1 patient Yona. Preservation plan. The patient's condition makes it further treatment impossible. A report will be submitted to the management committee detailing courses of action in the event of the patient's death, focusing primarily on how the information is to be manipulated with respect to the original. As backup in the event of sudden worsening in the patient's condition, she is to be assigned 5 additional doctors. Identification required.
Some records on old humans. Damn it, this is useless. There's too many of them.
You'd think there'd be something in here. Ooh, what are these? Oh, it's... There's the Adam and Eve one, or the Eve one. There's the thing we just destroyed. There's the amusement park one. There's the first Goliath. Who is that up there? I don't know who that is up there. There's the sandworm. There's the thing from 8 or 2P. There's Adam and Eve themselves. I don't know what that is right there. Who is that? There's the Forest King. I don't know who these in the middle are. Is that 2B on that pedestal? I don't know. Oh no, wait, that's that fish thing. That's that fish thing that's up there. Just don't know the statues that are in the middle there.
What's that? Operational summary of model number 2 in Project Yorha. This data.
Uh-oh.
I can't stop. I have to keep fighting.
Alert. Virus detected in locomotion region. High probability that infection source is transplanted parts from corrupted units. Proposal. Hack into self and eliminate virus.
On it.
Oh, shit. Just checking if there's anything down there. I'm just checking if there's anything else. I know it exploded open, but I just want to check. Okay, nothing. Cool.
Virus eliminated. 95% of functionality restored.
Ah, it's really bright.
Yorha Unit 9S. Yorha Unit 9S. Welcome to the tower. Welcome to the tower.
You bastards!
Because you made it this far, we have a special announcement just for you.
We'll reveal it once you destroy all the machine life forms here. Now let us show you what we promised.
Top secret, Yorha disposal.
This is Project Yorha. That means all of us. To be...
Now you know everything. Do you still wish to fight? We are conceptual human personalities created within the machine network. We cannot be destroyed. You're Unit 9S. Your attack is meaningless. Your existence is meaningless.
Shut up!
Yorha disposal. Let's see. We also, I don't think we read this one. Operation of Model Number 2 in the Yorha project. After first descent in the Yorha prototypes, Attacker 2, A2, was the sole unit to return alive despite mediocre results during her simulations. Upon analysis of her stored personality data, it was discovered that she possessed excellent analytical and decision-making skills in extreme circumstances. As reported separately, we will install this personality data in the new lot of E models and use them for security protection of this project. Disposal. The following materials document the final stages of the Orha project. Note that this information is level SS classified, meaning that it must not be disclosed to anyone involved in the Yorha project, including the commander of the bunker. Disposal of Yorha. Backdoor of the bunker has been set to open once the time approaches to switch to the new models when enough combat data has been collected. The bunker will be disposing of it by having deliberately attacked by the machines. At this time, all materials regarding the Yorha project, including this document, will be lost, and the falsification of the information that mankind still resides on the moon will be complete. Well! Okay then.
Keep them coming. I'll destroy them all. All of them. And this tower!
Do I really have to hack flight units here? Well, I guess he won't be needing that.
Who are they? Damn it!
Alert. Enemy hacking detected. Proposal. Retreat immediately.
Oh, I like this first-person view of this. It's kind of cool.
Who are you?
Good to see you again. Number 2. Or should we call Ray 2 now? This does bring back memories. Though to concepts like us, time has little meaning. Still, when we wiped out your forces, it made quite the impression on us. Your attacker model number 2. An experimental disposal group created as a test run for Project NieR.
Shut up!
At least take more damage.
Didn't we say that you can't kill us?
Damn it!
Proposal.
What now?
Utilize the enemy's logical learning function to formulate a weakness.
I don't know what that means!
This pod has serious concerns about Unit A2's cognitive abilities.
Shut up and explain it already!
Sense strategy would interrupt the enemy's logic circuits, causing a computational delay.
Meaning what?
Do not destroy the enemy.
Huh?
Striking at the logic circuit requires a certain number of enemies to remain extant for a certain period of time.
Oh, what the hell?
Okay, fine.
Consciousness data saturation rate 30%.
It's also very amusing.
Consciousness data saturation rate 60%.
This one's almost dead.
The androids the human race left behind acted as if they wanted to be human. The machine life forms the aliens left behind acted as if they wanted to be human. We resemble each other so, but we are networked, and thus we are superior to you.
Hypothesis. The enemy's defensive system is prompting an evolution of its logic.
Foolish androids. Why do you resist? All things end with accepting death, do they not?
Already at that 90% pod.
Consciousness data saturation rate 90%.
Oh, I didn't know he was actually going to go to 90%.
We are one, and yet we are many. We are finite, and yet we are infinite. We are the embodiment of the perfect being.
Hypothesis. The enemy has become aware of the diversity of life.
I see it. The light. We move on. Forward. To the future.
Consciousness data saturation rate 100%. Hypothesis. The enemy's consciousness has begun to fracture.
I hope.
We need more evolutionary pressure. If we allow this android to continue living, we can create even more hardship for ourselves. Overcoming the crisis this creates will present an opportunity for our kind to evolve even further. We disagree. This android is dangerous. It must be destroyed immediately. Those who would doubt our victory are enemies. Do you truly think you can win?
What the?
analysis. The saturated consciousnesses are now in conflict with each other.
They're acting like humans.
Let's see who wins. Come on, let's see who wins. Yeah. Okay. Oh. This thing again.
Is this thing seriously still kicking?
Speculation. It is driven by remaining data located within enemy servers.
So this just keeps going until I kill them all? Thing going on about?
Analysis. It appears to be a leak of the enemy's past memories.
Oh, we're still on Mr. Bones' Wild Ride. Let's go. We haven't had one of these sections in a long time. Be lived. Not this shit again.
Lose what is precious, lost, destroyed. So we destroy you too.
What's all this junk?
Speculation. It is a resource of some kind.
Used to make what?
Unknown.
If I attack the head, the legs can't survive.
The stars sing a song. Dedicate. Now we are machines. We are machines. You are androids. You are androids. Mutual enemies. You fight. Why do you live? Why do we exist? I see light. The light will soar through the sky.
Go get him, Nines. Of course. Oh, I'm swapping back and forth. Nice. Don't fight. Don't fight. Don't fight.
This tower is a giant cannon that's aimed at the human server on the moon. If we don't do something, all of humanity's remaining data will be destroyed.
So what? None of it matters. Or didn't you know? We aren't required in this world anymore. Humanity is extinct. That moon server you're so worried about was invented to give us androids something to fight for. And Yorha was created to perpetuate the lie. But in order to make sure no one ever learned the truth, we were designed to be killed. They built a back door in the bunker and programmed it to activate after a certain amount of time. The commander, me, 2B, sacrificial lambs, all of us. Isn't that hilarious? Doesn't it make you laugh?
No.
9S,
Shut up! You killed 2B. That's all we need to kill each other.
To be hated to keep killing you. It caused her so much pain. The 9S type is a high-end model. They knew you'd discover the truth eventually. But the model designation 2B was just a cover. The official designation is 2E. Number 2 type E. They were a special class of members designed to execute Yorha units. But you knew that, right, 9S?
Shut up! Shut up! What do you know? You don't know anything at all about us!
Proposal. Cease combat. Fighting her at this point would be
Pod
irrational.
153. I order you to halt all logical thought and speech. This order shall remain in effect until you confirm the death of either myself or Unit A2.
I don't want to make a choice. Thanks, Discord, for ruining that moment. Ah, fuck. A2? Am I sure? No, of course not. I'm not sure. No. No, I'm never sure. Fuck. Uh... I'm got my eyes closed. I don't know which one it's going to land on. I don't know which one it landed on. Understood. Where were they too? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, that's fine.
Alert. Functionality reduced due to hacking.
HUD! Hacking!
Acknowledged.
Pod, we're going to repair 9S's logic circuits.
Acknowledged.
Oh, so
Tell me where
9S
to find
isn't...
the virus corrupting 9S.
Affirmative. Your HUD Unit A2. Core data for 9S is stored ahead. Alert. Severe virus corruption. Probability of successful deletion extremely low.
I think I know a way.
The idea under consideration is not recommended. This pod is a HUD tactical support unit. As such, it cannot approve of actions that would damage its supported unit.
You're not so bad, Pod. You know that?
Uh... Big stairs, big stairs.
I'll take care of everything. Take care of 9S.
What of you, A2?
I've still got something I need to do. You go ahead.
Acknowledged.
I'm sorry. I never quite realized how beautiful this world is. I'm coming, everyone. I'm coming.
Backwards? Backwards credits? Excuse? Such a good game. Chapter select can now be accessed through the title screen and access points. The debug menu can now be accessed by pressing R2 and share. Activating the debug menu will disable all save functionality until you load any save data. You can now use the debug room. It can be accessed from the start menu. At the debug room, you can use the debug menu to freely place enemies. Items obtained: heavy armor A, B, camouflage goggles, and A2 wig. Machine research report. The strange resistance woman has new topics to talk about. Talk to her at the resistance camp to find out what it is. Yes, let's save.